I'm going to DP World Tour Q School in 2027, and I genuinely believe I've got a chance. Now, I know I'm going to leave myself open to horrendous amount of criticism, and fair, because I've never shown you how good I am. I've tried this before. Mentally, I wasn't there. No confidence, and if I'm honest with you, no game. Now I'm older, a little bit more mature, understand the game more. I genuinely believe with 18 months of dedicated practice, I have the chance. Along that way, we're going to do open qualifying, pro tournaments, play the elite players in the game to see where my game's at and what I've got to work on. But with 18 months of dedicated practice, I believe this dream could come true. But first things first, I need to get a handicap and see where my game's at as our first point. So this is day one, let's get the handicap. I've been a pro for 10 years. In that length of time, I have not had a handicap. This is my final round of 9 holes in order to regain my handicap. It comes down to this, and the fact that we're doing it on camera is adding an extra level of pressure. Get in there, come on! Now in the last few weeks, the 5 rounds of 9 holes have gone decent, they've gone okay, nothing special. But where we're at right now, if this ends up being amazing, it would really sway it in a very glamorous direction. And if it went terribly, then it would be a real, well, I guess embarrassment, but it's a starting point. It's a start of something to regain a handicap to see where my game is at after 10 long years. Now the first hole is a 479-yard par 5 from here. Now why this tee shot is intimidating, and in the end hopefully I'll be confident enough to hit driver here, is that there are bunkers around that sort of 230, 240 mark, which really just plague me. So I'm going with 2-iron, trusted 2-iron. It might roll up to them if I get a good one, but the trouble is if I hit driver and don't hit a good one, I'll end up in them. Whereas if I don't hit a good one with this, I'm still going to be in play. Par 5 start. This would be nice to see if we can get those average scores over 9 holes a little bit down and start in a decent way. Right, there's literally no wind today. It is for the taking. Bit of a toe down the left. Soft. That's exactly why we start off with a 2-iron, because with driver, that would have been prime for the bunker. Last year, I don't know the friggin' hell I was trying to do. Tried to do open qualifying with like 3 months practice. All I can say is, it didn't go well. I mean, to be fair, we shot I think 77, which is 6 over, which is probably exactly what I deserved. But now we're in November, this gives me the best part of 8 months to get my game in order. I'm going to hire the best professional coach in each area of the game to get my game in order. Like, I've got a putting coach lined up, a short game coach lined up, a long game coach lined up, a mental coach lined up. I'm literally going to have every single tool I had possible that a tour player has. And I guess what the nice bit of this is, you're going to be able to take all these little bits of snippets of information into your game too. Now, as I said, I've already done 5 scores which contribute to my handicap. This is the 6th one. So this will give me, like, I guess, a yardstick for where we're at right now. I might not like it. My ego is probably going to get battered with this, but it gives us a starting point, right? It gives us a point to go, we're here now, where do I have to get to? Because when we try and beat the elite, I'm a little bit nervous about that, I'm not gonna lie. So those bunkers are just there, and I'm probably 10, 15 yards short of them, which is perfect because I hit a little scruffy one, a little nervous one down the first. I've got, if I hit it 174 yards, it leaves me 106. I'm going to be a little bit more bold than that. The lie's good. I'm just going to hit fairway wood. It's a little bit of a jumpy lie, and just get it up there as close as I can. There's not too much trouble for me to actually have to worry about, and that lie is really good. So both of those things right now are in my favour. Now I'm just going to try and play a little fade. That's usually my shot shape. A little bit of a toe pull. It's a bit like, whoo, holy shit, what's that? Didn't expect it. But that's why we took that club. Here we go. Okay, not a breath of wind. I often find that harder. Oh, we've absolutely ripped it. Be good. Be good. That cracked the tree by the green, but that's not going to be too far away. That came out like an absolute rocket. You know when you hit it and you're like, didn't feel it? Yeah, that was that. Typical. Straight behind the tree. Like it is literally plumb behind it. Well, I guess we did clatter it pretty head on. You know what, I think I'm just far enough back to be okay with this. And the fact that we're playing in winter, I don't have to worry about leaves. Another sign of winter golf. To be fair, it's actually all right here at the minute. Look, the rope. Every golfer's worst nightmare. One thing that I would say, we don't go on mats here, which everyone else in the area goes on mats. And it's my absolute hate. We've got 86 to the middle, which is roughly where that flag is. And we're doing placing through the green. So I do have that in my advantage right here. Because otherwise that'd be an absolute stinker to hit. I've gone 54 degree. I think, I'll be honest with you, I reckon I can just get it straight up. I don't think I've got to worry about that tree. Oh my God, where's my tea bag gone? Why use a brown tea bag? There it is. Panic, 6 inches, we'll go here. Never use a brown tea bag in winter. Okay, 84 yards. Birdie's still on the cards here. With a scrappy few shots to start. I'm going straight at it. I'm not even going conservative. Be the number, please. Go, go! Get down, I mean. Great judgment. Wonderful judgment. Go, go, go. I mean, get down! It's one of them, just say, be quiet, Alex. Don't say anything. We've hit the green. And do you know what's going to be interesting? When we get every single one of the experts from each of their fields, what handicap they sort of rate my game at. Because there's obviously going to be areas which are stronger than others. Like, I would say my putting is terrible in comparison to how I drive the golf ball and how I chip and pitch the golf ball. And I always blame the club. So if you watch this channel a lot, you'll notice it's not my fault. I've got another wand out. Does anybody else do that? Every single time they go into the garage going, oh, get that old flame back out. Take her back out, she'll do. Well, yeah, that's me every week, and I appreciate it's not me, it's not, I'm just about to say what the truth wasn't. It is me, not the club. So the expert I've hired for this teaches tour players. He's probably going to look at me and think, oh dear, there's a lot of work to do. That's not bad, that's not bad. It's a decent shot. I reckon I got a chance of a birdie here. Look at these surfaces. Have a bit of that. That is blooming beautiful. Got a birdie on the cards here. A little bit of backspin. I don't think it was actually, to be fair. Just the fact it's on a slope, but it sounds better, doesn't it? What do you think of this? When I tested it, I absolutely adored it. I'm actually also really interested. I had a conversation with Matt Fryer about this. Learning aim point. Because I think part of that process would help me read greens better. I don't think I want to be that person, but then you look at how many people in the Ryder Cup did it. Every single top pro's doing it. There's got to be something in it. I think part of the reason is I just don't know. I question my reading and then I don't commit to my stroke. So I'm going to use a line here, but you often see me use a line, not use a line, use a line, not use a line. A little bit off the right, just inside that little bit of mark, I think. This would be nice. Come on. Oh, I like it. Go! Go! If you'd hit it. If you'd hit it. It was literally straight in the middle. Okay. Oh, by the way, it's a Toulon, and it's like a half and half between what Lab have and in lie angle balanced and not being. So I have like a little bit of an arc to my stroke. I think we'll find out. So this is like a little bit of a halfway house, this one, the 45. And I literally switched between the Lab and the Scotty. You know what? I sound like such a bit of an arse saying I can switch between those three. I don't mean it to sound like, oh my God, Alex, you can switch between those three putters. I'm just saying they're the ones that I switch between. I realised I'm in a very privileged position to be able to do that. But even if I didn't have those putters, I probably still would switch between three. One of my dad's, one of my friends, exchanging every other week. Yeah, that's where we're at. So let's hit this tee shot and I'll let you know the 5 scores that I've had up to this point. So to get a handicap here in the UK, and I think I'm going to say the world now, you can do 6 rounds of 9 holes or 3 rounds of 9. I've done my 5 9 holes just time-wise this time of year, not had the chance to get out and do the 18 holes. I meant 3 rounds of 18 or 6 rounds of 9. So I've not had a chance to do like the whole 18s, just the 9s. So that's why it's been much easier for me to do that. So let's get this tee shot away. And this next hole is a par 4, stroke index 8, and it measures 381 yards. It's a bit of a brute, really. It usually plays into wind. You've got a bunker on the right and a bunker on the left. From this tee, it feels quite wide open, hence why the big dog's coming out. But when you get it into wind, it's amazing how much narrower this actually feels. Right, I think a little fairway finder. We should hit a decent one down here and get to around, I'm going to say 110, maybe 100 yards in. A little fade off the left wing, that's what I'm feeling. Right, come on, up that left, fade it back in. Just peel it in to that fairway. Just like that. We'll take that all day. Didn't start left enough. That's a decent shot. Maybe right semi into that flag. It's better to be going in on the right hand side than the left. So the scores, I've got them written down on my phone. I've done the 9 holes round here every time because this is like my home club, like if you were going to do it. And the par here is 36. So I had a 37, I had a 38, a 37, a 38 and a 37. They're the 5 that I had so far. So I from what it says here, I'm on for like a 2/3 handicap. That is roughly where I'm at as the index. Depending how we shoot today, could sway it more to 2 or more to 3. It's mad. And I turned pro +3, which could be 5 or 6 shots difference in 10 years from what I've lost. That's not good. If you were playing golf and you'd gone up 6 shots in 10 years, and maybe you have to be fair, it would be blooming frustrating. Where's that little bit of wind come from? So yeah, big day today on depending where our handicap lies. Whew. We picked a worldie of a lie. Look at that. I'm still going to prefer it because I'm not going to play it like that. Okay, I think we've got roughly what I said yardage wise here. We've got, that flag looks sort of middle front, 109 to the middle. These 3 bunkers on the left used to feel like they're way more in play. They're not that much in play now. 109, that little puff of wind's come from nowhere. I'm going to go 50. If there was a slight bit more wind, I'd probably go more like wedge. You know what's also really interesting? I only have a rough idea how far I hit all my clubs. I think I really need to recalibrate how far these go. That's another thing, you know, I was saying about reading the putts and then not having the confidence. Sometimes I have the same ideas here. I'm not fully trusting how far a club actually goes. Hence why I said go and it went long with the flag. I'm going to say go. Go! Go! I think it's okay. I can't see it. That's always a positive one. That was just like absolute sludge under me ball. Like my club just went... Thought I'd fatted it for half a second. Look at that. Winter golf for you guys. Winter golf. I've got a chance of a birdie here. 2 out of 2 greens. Unheard of. How about that? It needed to go, didn't it? It's a yard short. Whew. I'm over the moon with that shot. I didn't think it was going to be that close for one, and I did think I caught it a little bit fat because of the lie. I'm over the moon with that shot. Look at that. Right, we need to convert now. This would be, like I said at the first tee, it is here for the taking today. It really is. This could like change the outlook of how my handicap actually looks. We've got 5 feet. Looks relatively straight, that. The ball does need a clean. There we go. And then, one of my favourite golf courses. I'm seeing this is where I think aim point would just absolutely help me. I actually watched a really good video today of Jason Day giving Grant a lesson on his putting. And the pace, what he was saying, is such a big thing. And that's, again, I find that quite hard. Then that makes it really hard to read. I think it's just going to come through here. Right, come on. Going under par would be lovely. Get in there, come on. I thought that was going to wander off for a second. I'm over the moon with that. Driver, wedge, 4 feet. I actually look like I could play. Let's go on to the next. 3rd hole here. Absolutely devilish par 3. It actually plays with your mind. Water short on a par 3. In the summer, this is a brute. It can play all the way back there. It doesn't seem that much difference from here. But like plays like 180 from there, and I think today, to that flag, we have got 148 to the middle. I'm feeling a bit more wind there. I'm gonna go a little soft 8. It's right between 8 and 9 for me. And there's one place I do not want to go, and that is short. Because that is game over. That would be like typical me. Start nicely, throw a double in there, lose interest. I don't want to be that guy. Little 3/4 8 iron, I'm gripping down slightly. Come on, lock in here. Go, go, go. I just took too much off it. How's that finish short? Did I pat it? Wasn't a good shot. That's what I've got to eradicate. If I want to beat Pete, if I want to beat Grant, if I want to beat all these guys and even qualify for the Open and get through to that final qualifying, that can't happen. Now, on that note, like a lot of you saw that I tried to do it last year, like I said at the start of the video, and I guess for one other reason, one, I didn't have enough time, and two, I played a few events before Open qualifying, and they didn't go to plan. I played terrible, and I sort of had to have a long, hard look at myself and be like, Alex, like, my wife said to me, if we're going to do this again, and we're going to play golf, and we're going to document this journey, you have to accept that you're not going to play well all the time. You're not at that stage yet. That's part of growing into being a better player. I think what I had is, like last year, these expectations of being the level I was at as a kid. And we all have that, don't we? Like my dad's the same. My dad has the ideas now that he can still hit it as far as he could when he was 30. I'm like, Dad, that isn't realistic. But I was telling all this to my dad and people that I teach, but I wasn't taking it on board myself. So shots like that, yes, they annoy me, but I'm not gonna lose my head on it like I did last year. Simply not gonna do it. So yes, it's frustrating, but it's about how we deal with it. And the mental side of it, I personally think is the hardest thing for me. Without being big-headed, I know I've got the game. What I don't have is the confidence to execute under pressure. So that is something that could make or break this career. Literally make or break it. Right, I think we're just missing the green there. I might have to chip that. But yeah, just wanted to be honest with you about last year. I'm under par here. I've just realised, well, not realised, but remind myself of that. I think I'm going to put that. I know there's a bit of fluff to go through, but I think like it's only a little bit and it's in the first part of its journey. I think if you gave me 10 balls, I would put it closer on average than if I chipped it. I think it was if another yard further away, then I might, have I gone early? No, I think it's okay. It's only a foot to go through here. It's a little bit of an uphill swinger off the right. So I think this is, on average, I'm going to be better with this. And I think that's what, well, I don't think, I know that's how a tour player would look at it. On average, what would I do? Not looking for the hero shot. I'm looking just to, okay, I haven't got a birdie opportunity. Can I move on to the next, to the par? I'm gonna say I like it. Keep going, just grow a few more. Whoa, did well for itself that. Actually, it's not done well. It's one of them that's got longer each time. I got closer. Now I've got a little knee knocker. I probably got what I had in the last, but the mentality of holding this apart, why is it always more pressure? Why am I seeing this? I had it right to left the whole way, but I really think this last part of its journey is a lot straighter than the first half. And I can be a little more direct. So I'm gonna go right side of center. That's what I'm seeing. Again, this is where I think aim point would really help me. Big putts. Big putts. That was mentally torturous. I know I had a different routine than the last hole, but to make that, I know it's day one of this and it's early on, but I wouldn't have done that last year. I can't tell you what's different. Maybe there's the putter today, it's in the honeymoon stage. that's maybe it. Maybe we're getting a bit premature on this, but no, I don't know what's different. I'll have to come back to you on what's different, but we're 1 under par through 3. That is bloody different. We have a 377 yard par 4. This one snakes up the hill, slight dog leg to the left, guarded by bunkers on the right and the left. Now on this tee, I can be really aggressive. The whole shape actually, this doesn't suit me, but for some reason I actually feel quite confident on this hole. I play a fade, it's a drawer's hole, but I can take the tiger line. Does anybody say that anymore? Or is it more the Bryson line? When I was a kid, it was like tiger line all the time. Like, you take the tiger line. So we'll go with tiger line, because that's what I say. Just over this left edge of the bunker, you see the two bunkers up by the green. The left-hand one is actually the marker in which I'm going to use as my gauge. Good drive here will leave a good wedge opportunity in. It's amazing how gettable this front nine is compared to the back. We have done even amounts. This will be our third round here. Yeah, this will be our third 9 here on the front 9. We've done 3 on each to make up the 6 sets of 9. So it's nice and fair. Oh, hello. Where'd that extra speed come from? Dangerous. Dangerous. Where's this wind coming from? Oh, no. Go! Don't hit the tree. Ah, dear. That is not good. It's going to be a poke out. Trying to fade it and aiming left, and then you draw it. I think I maybe just got it a little bit off the toe. First bit of trouble we have to face. Can we scramble and save par? That's what I noticed, right? And when I caddied, they'd hit a bad shot, but they'd still make par from it. They'd knock it out 20 yards short, they'd wedge it on to about 4 feet, and they'd hole it. Because you're not going to hit 13 or 14 fairways around. Maybe you will, maybe we can, but don't think realistically right now that is what's going to have to happen, not what's going to happen. That, hopefully, second bit of tree action today. Hopefully get away with this one too. Don't see it. I think we hit this tree here. I need it to get lucky. I really thought, like I stood on that, I see that fade, and I just slightly toed it. Oh! Oh! You're up there today. Thank you. 2 times the tree. Thank you. Thank you. And you look at that, that's an absolute worldie. Who said trees aren't 90% air? That clattered it hard too. And we're like level with where we would be out the fairway. The fairway we would just be sort of here. We've got 119. How good does it look there, by the way, in the summer? Looks so nice. 119. That's right at the back, that is. Right at the back. I'm gonna go wedge here. You can place it. Before we had 110, I hit the 50, and that was beautifully pin high. I just think here, it's just a little bit out of reach. Where have I put that tee peg again? There, right next to it. So hard to see. Do you know, is it? No, I'm gonna go 50. Just not feeling wedge. I think it might come out a little flat with that tree in front of me. I'm gonna play a little bit left of that. She's a little bit of a wimp, but there's not much room right at that flag. Saying that, it's probably, I'm gonna go slightly left. Shut up, Alex, next shot. Don't question yourself, this is what I do. Go that way, go this way. Fade it, draw it, fade it, draw it. You hit a shot, you don't commit to it, nothing comes out, and you're there like, just commit to one. Okay, where are you aiming again? Oh no, where's that gone? That flew well weird. That like came out like it had hit something like, phew. I think we got another chip. Ugh. I thought that was gonna be decent when I hit it. That was so bizarre. That was like it had like, you know these things? It like come off one of those. I'm probably making excuses there, you're probably thinking that. And it like sent it to the right. Short game's gonna be needed, I think. So I want you to get down in the comments here, guys, and all your support has been great since we did it last year, and any more support would be brilliant. So let me know if you're rooting for this. I genuinely think with 8 months worth of practice, we can take, I'm gonna say we come out at a 2 or 3. We'll find out after this 9 holes. But I genuinely think we can get to plus figures. I also think we have a damn good chance of qualifying for the Open. I'm happy enough and confident enough to put that on the internet right now. This is day 1. We've got 8 months to Open qualifying. I am gonna be savvy with where we choose, obviously. At first stage, you can do that. At second stage, you can't do that. We're going to play multiple practice rounds. We're going to go and scope out the course. We're even going to take, this would be amazing, Tom, who I used to caddy for, get him to caddy for me. If there's somebody that knows my game better than me, it's him. Where have we finished here? Come on, pop up your head. Pop up your head. Oh dear. Pop up your head. Put down your head. Oh. That's got a minging little bounce. And now I've got a minging little chip. Got this little ridge to deal with. I think I have to land it like here. The fact that it's in winter and it's on an upslope is going to make this a little bit easier because it's going to be a little softer. This in the summer would be treacherous, literally treacherous. Okay. I don't even think I've got to open this face much. I think I just play it normal with my 58. No, I'm chipping. That'd be blooming lovely. Okay. There. Foot on that green. Soft, soft, soft. Happy with that. I am happy with that. A little bit of check on its second bounce. You know, also, you've got to keep your eyes on this. So if you've not already, hit subscribe and turn on that bell, because as part of this journey, I mentioned Beat the Elite. We have lined up England golfers, plus handicap golfers, tour players, ex-tour players, for me to go up against, them to help me with my game. And you'll definitely get some tips about your game too, but also as a gauge to see where I need to get to. Because these are the guys I could be up against. Some of them anyway. Some of them don't play anymore and won't do open qualifying. But some of them, tour is on their horizon. Tour. DP World Tour. Which is quite intimidating really, but you know what? You've got to want to be elite, you've got to beat the elite. That's the challenges, isn't it? As well as that, we're going to be taking on fellow YouTubers too. Because some of them have a handy game. So, we also want to beat them. Two scruffy holes there, but we've managed to absolutely golf the life out of that golf ball. 2 pars, we're 1 under par through 4. Let's get this back on track. It's been a little scruffy from the tee mainly, the iron off the 3rd, a little bit of a pulley driver off the 4th, and now we've got one of the hardest tee shots on the course, so I better lock in. Shorts on, look at me, I'm dressed for winter. Shorts on over there. It's a little bit loud, but I mean, to be fair, I could probably lose a layer, but shorts.
Like you had.
What do you mean a vest?
You've got a vest on.
Has he got a knitwear vest?
Yeah, which you got shit for.
But they wouldn't give him crap. I get crap for my outfits. Some of them I do admit they are a little bit rogue. And they'll be coming out again. It's all part of it. Right, this is the 5th hole here. It measures 430 yards on the back. There is a massive oak tree right in the middle, which means you've got to launch drive it a little further into the air. And then on the left-hand side, it sort of encroaches in. The longer you go, the narrower the fairway gets because the water encroaches in, but then the trees on the right-hand side. It's such a well-designed hole. In the winter, you can't see that definition, but in the summer, it's really, really imposing. So my tactic here is, again, I'm going to try and play that fade. I'm trying to become a little one-man dimensional. We'll see what Anders says about that when we have our little recap. Be interesting to see if actually the swing's improved. I feel like it has. What do you think? I genuinely feel like it has. Okay, here we go. Where am I finding this speed from? Be in the gym, aren't I? Come on, come on. Right. Oh, I called it, played it. That was such a toe save, but you guys would never know unless I told you. Perfect there, but that literally was like, oh, no, the face is open. Don't go right. Where's my tee gone? Oh, I was really fond of that tee. These tees, they're really quite nice. I didn't get enough. Oh, got it. Let me show you what it is. So I got these from Cabot Highlands. I am one of them guys. If they go, oh, take a handful of tees. I'm taking a big handful. Oh, sorry, yeah, I didn't really show you there, did I? There you go. Oh, is that Nairn? I think that's Nairn. Anyway, I take a great old handful every single time we play somewhere. Anyway, why not? I need to stop carrying. Like, this is, it's a trolley, don't I really, I think. Where is it? It was literally online with this. The only thing is it run out? I keep seeing these little white things and I think, oh, that's my ball. Oh, no. See what I mean about it cutting in? We are behind the 8 ball. After getting away with it twice, the actual, well, it was a bit of a save, but the actual good shot we hit, we're behind the 8 ball. Now, old me, I'd try and thread it through that needle there. That's just not the shot. I think we're gonna have to lay up short and pitch it on. I just don't, every part of me right now wants to go that way. But I saw the comments on Matt's video where I was talking him out of trying to hit driver and he didn't listen to me. And then he went and hit driver and lost his ball. So if he was here, what would I tell him? It wouldn't be to go through that gap. So think and listen. We're 1 under par. Like if we make a bogey, we make a bogey. We've still got the 6th, 7th, 8th and 9th hole left. So we've still got enough holes. Right, I'm just going to chip it out towards that bunker. This is why this tee shot's so hard. Get it as close as I can to that bunker without going in it. That's perfect. Sit down, sit down, sit down. It can't roll that much. That rolled particularly well for this time of year. I thought that was just going to stop quite quickly. Don't look how dirty these clubs are. They're terrible. They're not too bad, to be fair. They've been better. I'm enjoying this though. I wonder how long, wonder what day we'll get to without it coming out the bag. Okay, so we're there for 2. We've got roughly maybe a 40-yard pitch up the green. The flag today is right at the back, which makes it a harder shot, but then I do have green to work with. So I'm thinking like a low checker, get it inside 10 feet, give yourself a chance for a par putt. That'd be 3 nice saves in a row, which really keeps the momentum going. But equally, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Move on to the next. Feeling 54 here. It's been quiet because group teeing off there. Slightly downwind, that's going to affect it a little bit. And it's sort of like down a tier, then up at the end, but then as you go past that flag, it then goes away from you. So I think just leaving it just short of this is like the ideal. 35 yards. Got my little landing zone. I'm really happy where that landed. Keep going. It couldn't, could it? Oh. That looks really close from here. I'd love to hope it stays as close as it looks right there. It's a little jabby with that turf. Is it as close? Oh, it is. I thought it was one of them, you know, when you get it to what you think is gimme distance and you get closer and it's like a little further away. Now, it's not gimme distance, but we held 2 of them on the last 2 holes. I'm feeling confident we can get another one of those. See how it just sort of, a little tear here in this green. This white head cover's not going to stay white for very long. It's just going to be black that by end of the next trip. You can see it. What are we dealing with here then? I'm quite liking having to come past the flag. I feel like I'm getting a good view of what I need. It feels like it's going to be a little bit left to right as I'm over it. I thought when it coming past it was sort of moving that way a little bit. I'm thinking just inside that left edge. This would be such a good 3 holes, like scrappy but good at the same time. But then I realised that you can't play golf like that. You're going to get found out in the end, especially in summer conditions. But I want to keep reminding you, this is day 1. We've got all the experts coming. Or I'm going to them, I should say. Come on. How many putts have I had? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 putts in 5 holes. Unheard of. I mean, they have been putts I should theoretically hole, but that is good. We're 1 under par. We've got 4 holes left. This could a par 5 to finish as well. This could be the best score that we've had in getting this handicap. The best score. That's the one we've filmed. The 6th hole is what I always think is like a really gettable hole here at Mottram. It sounds gettable. It's not gettable. It's 364 yards, but like you can fly it over this corner. There's not much down there. You can be really, really aggressive. So I always feel good on this tee. When today, it's getting more up this, you know. It's getting a little bit more difficult. We'll make it sound more difficult. Off the right, flag today looks like it's towards the back. So getting it down there would be absolutely ideal. I'm going to take on this lovely autumnal looking tree as my line, as the right half of it. Let it just, the wind just hold it. It's probably going to turn over unless I tow it slightly. Not going to try. Yeah, we're under par, team. We're under par. It looks like I'm in way right here, but it's where you need to go. Absolutely ideal. I'm giving that a club twirl. I'm not even looking where that's gone. Oh, best of the day, team. That was slightly towed, but good toe side and middle where it draws, and the wind on it made it look even better. So right now we're 1 under par. I think if you look at it right now, and you give me a little bit of indication of what you think looking at this, like what areas do you think need more work on than others? Because I don't think, and this is for no matter what level you are, you can like properly self-analyze your game. You're so blinkered and you then think you're better at certain things than you actually are. So yeah, any support in the comments, I would really, really appreciate it, because that's going to help accelerate this. The more people I have telling me, work on this, Alex, have a look at that, ask your coach this, I like this coach said that, That is what's going to help me get better and better. And you learn more and more and more. 56 yards to the middle, we've nearly run out of space here. Okay, back flag. This is, I think, a similar shot to the last hole, but I'm going to play this with a 50. The last hole we played at 54. There's a little bit of a slope there. I want it really chasing back there. I'm not trying to fly it at all. I want it low. We could go 2 under par here. This is actually a realistic opportunity of getting 2 under par. It's one where I really try and feel the shot as opposed to it being like positional. That's what I'd say. It's come out too high. Go. Go! Just release up that hill. That's the shot I would love to eradicate. I'm trying to play a low driven one and I just get it popping up. It's okay. It's not bad, but I just feel like when I watch the guys on tour, they're like where they're like getting it dancing around that flag, and sometimes I will and sometimes I won't. Let me know what you think. Like I thought I chose the right club, I thought I chose the right shot. It's just that whole commitment value to it. I'm getting well out here, but the other really annoying thing is I'm prepared for different conditions. If I take this jumper off, you're all gonna go, that red clashes with your G-lay. And I'd feel a bit of a plonker. So I'm committing to the sweat right now. I'm doing it. I'm taking the G-lay off. It's far too hot for that. It's disappointing that. Look what we got. We got probably 25, 30 feet, probably a bit further than that. It's 2-putt territory. It's not territory for holing one. Well, I mean, we could drop a bomb from downtown, but oh god, let me follow me back. Realistically, I'll get me a pitch mark. Where is it? My bugbear that is when people don't prepare pitch marks. I'm like a greenkeeper. I can see them from anywhere. That'd be so nice. Just another 2 feet, maybe another 4 feet up the top of that hill. That'll look so much better. Like if I just got it to there. I think I was so bothered about going long there. Now I've got 30 feet. Alex, you're dreaming. More like 50, 60, maybe even 70. He hasn't, has he? Oh, I thought I was going to break. That's a very good putt. Do you know your middle of putt? That sounded like... so nice. Another par. I feel like we've let one go there though. We remain 1 under. We're only there. Such a big chance, especially going to this next hole. This next hole is a par 3, one of the longest par 3s on this golf course, especially off the backs. Like, it's such a tough hole. It would have been nice to not drop your glove. Really in the momentum there of picking up the next hole. Yeah, it's a par 3. Let's go and play it. 190 par 3. I'm just not a fan of long par 3s. Like, this is a nice hole, but short par 3s are always my favourite. Like, I'd rather, maybe an unpopular opinion, short par 3 with a heck of a lot of water around it than a long par 3 with nothing. Like I say, maybe an unpopular opinion. Right, how far have we got? 188 to the middle. If there's anything that's going to be helping, I'm going to hit a smooth 6. I was going to try and say 7 there, but that would have been ridiculous, Alex. This is a great measure right now of where my long game's at. Like, I feel like when you're watching the best players on YouTube or the best players in your county or the best players at your club, this is where they hit it. I'm not saying they hit it close, right? But they definitely hit the green more than they missed the green. Whereas in the past, I'd be in that situation where I probably missed the green more than I've hit it. I'm going to try and play a fade. Just starting just left of that flag and just feathering to just right of it. That's our game here. 6 irons the club, 188 is the number. It couldn't, could it? Be the club, please. Be the club. How's it ended up like on the left fringe? That was all over the flag. Is there more wind up there than I thought? I was so happy with that shot. It's like, it got to his flight. I was like, oh, it couldn't, could it? Left turn, away from the flag. It's not bad though. We're fringe, 20 feet, 25 feet. Maybe we could have even got 7 there. That's surprising me. And maybe I'm sort of thinking November, it's usually a lot colder. You've got a lot more layers on, I'll tell you that. That's actually not too bad of a shot. Good marker, maybe we can hole. It was the right club, wasn't it? Look at that. Maybe just a little long, but found that little tongue there on the green. Have a bit of that. That's a really good shot. That's what I was saying, like the top players at your club on tour, they're hitting like, that's like a normal shot with a 6 iron. They're expecting that. I'm over the moon with that right now. Even better if we can convert that. Look how dirty that's getting. That's gonna end up so dirty. Unbelievable. Go ahead, pitch. Probably pitch 5 past the flag. So 188 flag, 193 pitch. Bang on club, innit? I'm being picky here. What are you doing, Alex? Bang on the club. Thinking I'm better than I am. Flag in or flag out, that is the decision I need to make right here. I'm not seeing too much. I'm gonna do a bit. First half I'm not seeing much, then the second half, I feel it's gonna... The highest point of the green's over there on my right, and the lowest point is here on the left, as we look back towards it. I feel it's gonna be a little subtle left to right or all the way. That's all I'm seeing. So outside the left by, I'm gonna say a ball. Not much at all. I like the weight of this putter. Go, go, go. It was right in the middle again. Foot extra face, that was in. Look at it from here. Look at that. It was literally tracking. He got to here and was just like, yeah, I'm taking that left turn straight towards the hole. You just forgot to hit it, son. Another part, we're still 1 under with 2 holes to play, and we have a par 5 on the final hole. This could like really swing the handicap a lot lower than it probably actually is right now. Well, I guess that's the new system. Which, by the way, when I did have a handicap, you went down 0.1 for every shot you shot on your handicap, and you went up 0.1 for every shot you shot over your handicap. And now for it to be the case where it's like the best 8 of your last 20, when you get the scores rolling, I feel like it can really like change a lot in a very quick space time. Anyway, rant over. 8th hole, par 4 coming up. If ever there was a hole made for me, it's the 8th here. It's 395. It is straight when you look at it from the drone, but like it's slight dog leg to the right, the way in which the sort of trees encroach on that right hand side. So it's just a perfect driver hole for me. It's narrow, it's tight. I mean, today it's not so bad because of the fact that we're in winter. Long live winter golf. Is it easier, is it harder? The ball doesn't fly as far, but it's a shorter course, and there's no run, and the greens are often not as good. Let me know what you think. Right, I think it's the same, is my opinion on this, because I think a few things cancel each other out. You're probably not going to agree with me. Okay, I'm going to go left edge of that bunker, the one up by the green, and I'm just going to use that wind. The last hole we played it down off the right, and we played the hole before that off the right, which puts the wind on that angle. I always try and gauge where that is. I think it's a good thing to do and good thing to get into a habit of doing. It's mad because right now I don't really have many swing thoughts, apart from the few from my last lesson with Anders, but I don't really have any. I like having some, but maybe I shouldn't have any. Come on, there's tempo on it. That's absolutely perfect, but I've just towed that again ever so slightly. I mean, I can't complain. It's bullet straight, but I was trying to play a fade there. Look again, just there. Probably like the best place to hit it, but not when you're trying to fade it. I didn't actually aim really left there because sort of seeing that today, aren't we? We're not seeing like the fade as much. And some days I'll go out and play and I will fade it more. And I think I've got to be more fluid with that and sort of play with more what we've got on the day. Okay, score predictions, get in the comments. We are 1 under with 2 holes to go. We're in prime position here. We have a chance of a little pitch onto the green. I think we got a birdie up on the last 2. We could get to 3 under through 9, which would, well, I don't know what I'd do on day 1 with that. I would like to say the only way is up, not down. I'll let you interpret what way I think of that. It's the sun, sun, it's the golden sun. Please shine down on me. Got my daughter's songs in my head. That and Baby Shark. I go to bed hearing Mama Shark, doo 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 doo. I'm going off topic here, but that's, do you know what? I actually have it in my head when I'm hitting these shots. It's like the rhythm of the swing. Maybe not Mama Shark, maybe the Golden Sun one. It's a little bit more sedate. So I'm trying to feel. I don't want to hit it too hard. I don't want to go after it. I would like to be able to, because you like watch Marco Peng, which by the way, or Penge, sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. He absolutely rips it. The ball speed he has in that 2-iron is like a 170, 180. I'm at like 162 when I'm jumping all over it. I would love to get driver ball speed up to 170, if we could. I mean, maybe my height, I'm a little bit challenged with that, but maybe we can, maybe we can't. This has gone decent, you know. We're a lot further up than I thought. See, like, I mean, this in the wind in the summer is rough, so it really encroaches in and it looks a lot more narrower. Here's me saying before, it's easier. It's the same as the winter and summer conditions. The fact that the rough's cut down, it makes it a hell of a lot easier. Right, where's my ball? What does make it harder is leaves. Where is it? There, panic over. Some drive that. That's gone like 300. 300 yards. 84 left, probably less than that, probably more like 64. I'm gonna use my 54 for a 64. Remember, we're placing this, we are winter rules right now. Oh gosh, 6 inches, we can take it into that nicer spot. And part of me thinking I should go 58. No, I'm gonna stick with this. Nice smooth 54. This is like a 50-yard shot I'm thinking of playing here. Come on, let's pop this down, sit it down next to that flag. I like it. I really like it. I really like it. Don't go further. The fact that I can just see it pop its head suggests it's a little past, but I think that's like 10 feet. Whoever score predicted us to get 3 under, I love you right now because it's on. It is on. How about that? How about that? I think it actually pitched a little short, but coming out that rough, it didn't have any spin on it. Glad I didn't go 58. Took myself into that one. I think I'm going to say the way it landed, it pitched like here. 8 feet. When we've hit it on the green, we've hit it close. I am as surprised as you are watching this. This would be absolutely lovely. Let's go 2 under through 8. I actually feel we could beat people. I genuinely think we have a chance. Just like I said, going on that 3rd hole, it's the mental, the nerve side of it. It's like one thing doing it like now with you, but when you're up against somebody, or like, you know, when you go and get a card at the weekend, you go and play with your mates in a casual round, you're like, yeah, I've got this. Card in your hand. It all goes sometimes. Right. Where are we seeing this? I want to say left to right, but I'm really not seeing much in it. I didn't see much on the other side. I'm going to go pretty straight and a little bit firmer than normal. Give that a bit of a tap down. I don't know what to say. We're 2 under through 8. I was so confident that was going in. That was hit so well. Will you last a whole entire year? Day 1, the putter is hot. If you asked me at the start of this video what was the weakest area in my game, this. I feel it's more like the form is a bit temporary with it. Then when you say form is temporary but class is permanent. I'm not saying I've got class, but that is a bit, I'm streaky, incredibly streaky, and that shows. It's just another 1 putt. We've had, in the space of this, in 8 holes, we've had only 2 2-putts, and the rest of them have been 1-putts. We are 2 under par. 2 under par. Let that sink in a second. The hole here measures 506 yards. Today playing around 490. You've got a bunker to deal with off the right, and it's a par 5. I've never really got here in 2. It's very much a 3-shotter I played this as, but maybe today with a good one, with the wind off the right, we could get there in 2. I mean, eagle on the cards, -4. All I'm going to say is, this score's going to do me dirty in terms of like our starting point, because averaging between +1 and +3 for the first 5 rounds, having then an under par round, let's say we don't blow up on the last, is going to like massively change that handicap. Which is obviously great, but probably not realistic. Hence why the handicap system's flawed. Right, this group ahead has gone. One final good drive of the day. That wind's just gone again. It was there a minute ago. That person there, he's perfectly stood as a great marker. What is going on? That is absolutely mint. I actually look like I can play golf right now. The silence tells you a lot. I'm just trying to compute in my head, like, if I can actually do this. And this finally, like, getting ahead of myself, it's day one. I'm not gonna say it. Not doing it, not doing it. Right, par 5 coming up. I reckon we can possibly, after that tee shot, get there in 2. For lessons, we're going to Anders Manka. You know what, like, every time I turn up, he's like, Alex, do you want a brew? Gives us a hug. Don't make this sound weird, because it's not meant to sound weird, but he like treats me like I'm his son. And I'm sure he treats everybody like that. He's just so warm, so nice, cares about your game. And then the facilities there are really good as well. So pull it all together, I come away and I'm like, chest out, happy with the game, smile on my face, like I am right now, to be fair. Like, you always come away learning something. And you might be thinking, well, Alex, you're a golf coach. But I don't think anybody can say they know everything about the golf game. You always can learn something. Hence why I know on this journey, you are gonna learn loads too. As well am I. How was it so good, by the way? Frozen rope down the last 215 to the middle. The flag's right at the back today. I'm gonna go for it. It's not something I'd usually do, but you know what? When you just pipe one down the middle like that, it gives you the invitation that today you're firing. Okay, we're 2 under par, which I'm shocked at. I'm gonna start it right. So see where the halfway house, the clubhouse, on the right hand side, that's my start line. Oh, I've hit it dead straight. Just pushed it a little, just get a good lie, there's a bunker there. It's like a semi-good fat that. And the divot just literally exploded in front of me. I don't know where it's gone. That could be in the bunker. Green side one. I just, if you miss it left here, it's dead. So you just can't miss that left. It is a no-go zone, because missing it left, you can get that kick and you end up in someone's lunch, which I don't fancy doing on a video. Don't fancy doing it in general. So it's probably got a little chip left. There for 2 though. It's mad because any other par 5, I wouldn't have this preconception that I'm gonna lay up. I'd just be like, I'm gonna go for it. Because for me to lay up after that drive, I've got to hit like a 120 shot. It's just not worth, I'm not gonna say it's not worth hitting, but it just seems a bit of a waste. Look at that, pin high. Just managed to cover that bunker here on the right. I genuinely thought, I couldn't tell how I hit it. Like, it just exploded. I thought we were gonna finish in that bunker. We've now got, I'm gonna say we've got a relatively easy chip. Loads of green to work with. See, like if I missed that left, gone. Well, it's a tough chip, not gone. So I'm gonna land it around here. I'm feeling like 50, let it release down. I've done the calculations, right? If I do make another birdie, it doesn't really change the handicap. It still skews it in a very, how can I use the word I'm looking for? Glamorous way. If I make par, it'd still be the same, roughly. I'm gonna try and, one thing I'm gonna really make sure here, I'm gonna leave it on that top tier. I don't want it to, on this slope, it could very easily launch a little left, and then before you know it, I'm down that bottom tier. I'm gonna try and keep it up at top tier. He's not, has he? He's not. He's not. I know I'm repeating myself, but there's a few times where I thought, I've nearly chipped in here. And that was nearly one of them again. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put it. I wasn't going to tap it in with this, but that'd be cocky of me. I'm not that. I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. Well, I am that guy. 3 under par guy. Through 9 holes. 3 birdies. Scrappy few holes in the middle. We've managed to come out with 3 under par, which when the rest of the 5 scores are between +1 and +3, I thought we were going to have a handicap of like 2, possibly 1 at best. But this score, my calculations, puts me at an index of around 0. I'll get the exact up now. Let's tap that in. I feel like if you were here right now, I'd like to shake your hand, because the support that you've just given me is unreal. 3 under par through 9 holes, day 1. Wow, let's calculate the handicap. So, I've just put all the scores into ChatGTP. I've also put the course rating which we did it on. There's a 73.5 and a slope rating of 131. It's come out here. It's got the per 9 differentials formula, the paired with 18 hole equivalents. I don't quite understand it, that's why I'm using ChatGTP. But it's given me a handicap index, take a seat, +1.1. +1.1. Now, again, if I put this in perspective, I was a +3 when I used to play all the time. I've been a pro for 10 years, hardly played for 10 years. That is a really glamorous handicap for me. I'd be more comfortable with a 2 or a 3 handicap. But I think that's what this, I mean, as quick as that's gone down, if we have a low, below scratch, it could go the opposite way with the way this system works, right? So you've got to go and take it with a bit of a pinch of salt right now. We're starting at +1.1. It's probably going to go up, then go down, but that's our starting point. A -3 on our first full video on the 9 holes to get our handicap. When the pressure is on, we locked in and we got it. Thanks so much for watching. This is my handicap after 10 years of being a pro. +1.1. AKA probably more like 2 or 3, but there we go.